Okay, we are live here on the Woman Agenda podcast. It's obviously Raj, your host. We have a special guest, a very talented country music singer, Mikki Evans. How are you today, Mikki?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Great to have you on. Obviously,
Thank you.
Rochelle sent me some of the information. Obviously, you're doing a lot of exciting work at the moment in your music on there, and obviously you get into new heights in country music. So, how long have you been doing country music for?
Well, I've been in music my whole life, really. But I've mainly been on the country scene now for about 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I started
Right.
releasing my own original music March last year and released a couple of songs since then. So really about a few years now, really.
That is remarkable. It's been a few years. You've also been a part of a band, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
sounds, that sounds-
I'm in a country girl group called the Country Chicks. Um,
wow.
so it's a lot. It's quite a full on show. A lot of line dancing, singing, dancing, that kind of thing. So yeah, so it was really kind of when because I've always done gigging and performing, and then I joined the Country Chicks, and that grew my love for country music even more. And then I started writing, and everything just felt natural and right to go down the country route. Because it's a big passion of mine, and that's the sort of music that I love to write.
Yeah, we'll just actually put your website on here as well, so people are aware if they haven't checked your website out. You do
Oh,
have
thank
a
you.
website. You do have a website, which is this, mickeyevans.co.uk. It tells us about obviously what you're doing and your scheduling. So obviously you're obviously from the UK. And when you started country music, how was the scene of country music in the UK at that time?
I love the UK country scene. When I came into the country scene, it was on the up. Really, it's really growing. It is expanding year after year. It's expanding and it's getting a lot more popular in the UK. But I was kind of blown away by how amazing everyone seems to be in the country scene. You know, you'll go and do a festival or just be as a guest at a festival, and everyone's just your friend. And everyone's just there for a really nice time, and everyone just really wants to see people succeed on the country scene. And it's just a really nice place to be, personally. Yeah, I love it. I love being involved.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. We've chatted to a few artists recently, and they've been saying as well that country music is growing a lot in the UK.
It
Um,
really is. Yeah, it's getting bigger every year, definitely.
yeah, and so you've risen to prominence with Jen Bostic's "Jealous of the Angels"
Yeah,
cover.
that was my first release. It was only meant to be a release on YouTube for friends and family. And
Right.
it got quite a bit of attention. So I released it as a single. But obviously that was a cover. So then I went on to release two original songs, Get Gone and Rent Free, and they did
Right.
quite well. And then this new single that I've got coming out actually on Friday is my third original release. But it's also my first ballad because the other ones have been very up tempo. So it'll be interesting um, to
Yeah.
see what people think of that. Yeah.
And that was released what in last year, was it?
Get Gone was released in March, and then Rent Free was released in October.
Yeah, and that the feedback has been very good, and obviously what we've heard, and obviously what we've seen that Get Gone hit the number three on the iTunes charts, number three. So that's already a big achievement.
Yeah, that was 'cause it's obviously will it be my first original release. I wasn't really. I thought I'd just put it out there, see if he gets a couple of likes, then great.
Yeah.
And waking up to that on my birthday actually.
Wow.
I released on my birthday. It was just
That's a great.
amazing. Yeah, it was really amazing to just see that it gone straight to number 3. Because that made me think, wow, people like this, you know, must like what I'm working on. So yeah, that was really, really exciting.
Yeah, exactly. And with so many country music artists in the US, obviously Nashville, and then obviously there's some talented country music artists in the UK, and still getting to number 3. It shows that there's a lot of people who are listening to your music to get to number 3. It must have taken a lot of downloads to get to number 3 in the charts.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
definitely. So
yeah. I think I've got quite a good support system, support network, and it helped that I had a lot of support from radio as well. And so yeah, so that obviously helps. But also, it's just very, I think, being very present on social media, letting people know what you're doing, and I think it's just if you enjoy what you're doing, you know, shout about it, and
yeah.
then if people like it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, like you said, the feedback which you're getting on the team which you have, it seems to be all clicking into place because obviously, like you said, number 3 straight away on number 3 on your birthday, getting to number 3, that's a big achievement in itself. Considering you've only done country music, like you said, for 3 years, a lot of people would have to probably do it for a longer period to even make an impact in the charts. But you've already such a big impact on the charts already with that music, and obviously you said your latest single is Rent Free. So tell us a bit about this single.
Yeah, so well, Get Gone that was released originally. It's basically telling you know, telling someone to get gone. So listen, I've had enough of you. You know, your time's up. You said you
Right.
change, it doesn't change, that kind of thing. And people really, really liked that because it was a fun, upbeat song, but it's kind of a heartbreak song, but it's a fun, upbeat way of saying it. So I think people really connected to that. So Rent Free is kind of like a similar song, but basically saying that person's living in your mind rent free and you need to kick them out basically. So it's saying that I've kicked you out physically, so now mentally I need to kick you out of my mind. And that was again really fun, upbeat, another kind of breakup song. And there's a lot of people coming forward saying, "Oh, Mikki Evans makes a breakup really fun and danceable," and I quite like that. So I kept on the same kind. So I kept on the same kind of thing. So I thought, oh, I like that. So yeah, so I did a Rent Free, and that went to number 5 on
Wow.
day of release. So it still managed to stay within the top 10. So I think I've been really again really lucky with my followers and people that support me. And hopefully if they enjoy what I'm doing, and then it's a gain really.
Yeah, and we will obviously in a bit we will talk about your new music as well, and we'll mention that, and we will also break it on the YouTube as well and mention it on there. Now, obviously, you said you're doing it for 3 years. Has it been anyone in country music who do you ever listen to country music before you started 3 years ago?
Yeah, all the time. I grew up listening to Shania Twain.
Wow.
um,
This
yeah,
this
Shania
is
Twain
this is
got in
one of
my heart.
this is definitely one, and I don't blame a lot of people who listen to it because um this is someone who I guess is probably the perfect role model to have in country music.
Absolutely, absolutely. She's just amazing, in all she's achieved. And her songs are just great. I don't think there's a bad song that she's done, in my opinion. So I
Yeah,
grew up listening to
that's
her, and I just love country music. So I grew up always loving that. And when I was singing when I was younger, a lot of family members would say, "Oh, you sound a bit like you've got a bit of country in your voice there." And then it was when I joined the Country Chicks, and I thought, yeah, I love country. That would be cool. And then it's when I met a friend of mine who I work regularly with now called Gary Quinn, who's from Ireland, lives in Manchester. And it was when I met him, and he invited me to a couple of festivals he was involved in. And it was then when I was like, yeah, I want to do country. Like, country is definitely what I want to be involved in. And then I started writing with him. And yeah, it just kind of went from there, really.
Yeah, and if we just talk a little bit about the band, which obviously you joined. How long have you been doing that band for? How long has that been going?
6 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 years. The Country Chicks been going for about 8 years, I think.
Okay.
But I've been a solid member for about 6 years.
All right. Okay. And has the band released quite a few singles or what's?
No, it's all covers. It's like a covered based kind of. I mean, we're throwing a couple of my originals in every now and then. But people that book the Country Chicks, they want to see a country show, a lot of songs that they're familiar with, so they can just dance. And we do put on a full show with line dancing and stuff. So it's mainly a covers based band. So it's mainly like my own stuff that's all originals.
Right. All right. Okay. And do you guys do any tours and in the UK? Are you like touring?
Yeah, I mean, we did a UK tour last year. We had a contract with some different venues up and down the country throughout August. So that was a lot of fun. So I do love being on the road with the girls. We do have a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is great. And I know that when I'm doing a Chicks gig and if we're on the road together, it's just always a lot of fun because we're friends as well as bandmates, and we support each other in everything that we do, which is great.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it would be nice to be in a band and obviously working together. Definitely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that is definitely something very special, very special on there. Obviously, we've seen that you do have obviously social media. Obviously, you mentioned some of that on your website on mickeyevans.co.uk. And are you touring yourself solo? Are you doing any tours?
Yeah, so my website is still being updated at the moment with the upcoming show. So I don't think my socials are linked on there at the moment. That is being corrected at the moment.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is on the website as well, but it's mainly on my socials at the moment. I'm performing at the Country on the Coast in Southsea this Saturday, which is a country festival, which is really cool. And I've got my first headline show in July. In Birmingham, which is going to be a lot of fun. So my first headline show, with a couple of support acts and a few surprise special guests. So that's on the 22nd of July.
Yeah, I think I saw that one on the website. I did think because obviously there was one on there, but there wasn't many. But I was thinking, yeah, I'm sure she's doing more than one date. Definitely,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we just
I'm
need to be
definitely thinking
updated on
she's
there.
doing more than one date because country music is, like you said, it's getting very popular in the UK, and a lot of people want to listen. Who follow you, they want you to perform in their local city and that kind of stuff.
Definitely.
So I'm thinking I'm definitely she's doing more than Birmingham. She definitely doing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Birmingham is like the starting point because I'm from Birmingham originally, so it's where my original following is from. So it just kind of makes sense to do Birmingham first. But then there will be some more shows after that. So it's all being organised at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely, while this updates your website, I'm sure people will be able to get that information
Yeah, absolutely. It will all
on
be on
there.
there. It's had a
And
bit of a revamp at the moment, but yeah, it will all be on there.
yeah, it did look like I was thinking it looks like because some of the information was added, but obviously some stuff wasn't there. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sure it's getting like a revamped up
Yeah,
the
yeah.
website.
It's had kind of like it's
Yeah,
had a bit of a rebrand, yeah. It's been completely redone,
yeah.
but it has been updated on there. And a couple of the shows are mentioned on there, but it will all be up to scratch by next week. So everything will be on there. Links to everything.
Absolutely, and we seen you do have a YouTube channel, but obviously I'm sure you will update that and you will add more stuff on your YouTube channel.
Absolutely, yeah. There will be some more stuff added to that tomorrow and Friday. That'll be updated with some current stuff and the new single and everything like that as well.
Yeah, definitely, and yeah, absolutely. And talking about your new single, some obviously exciting stuff. Your new single is coming out April the 21st. The Call. So tell us a bit about your new single.
Yeah, so this is a song that I've actually been going back and forth on with for a few years now. It's a very special song. It's very important. It's actually in memory of my sister, who I lost 20 years ago now, very unexpectedly, very suddenly. And every time I get asked about, what is that like losing a sibling, I automatically go straight back to that moment I got the call to say that she'd passed away. And speaking to other people who have experienced the same loss and grief journey, I've said the same thing about, I remember the day I got the call. And I thought there's a lot of songs about, death and grief and afterlife and things, but there's not really many that talk about that moment and that feeling. So it's based around the moment you get that call, and it's a very personal story to me and to one of my sister Tammy. But it's also, it turns it around to know there's a better place out there, and they have gone to a better place. And not the day we got the call to say they're gone is also the day they got the call to go back home to look after you. So I'm hoping it can bring comfort to other people who are going through the same thing as well.
Definitely. It's not nice to lose anyone. But definitely, and I'm sure, and obviously, like you said, obviously, it is, and losing anyone. I know this from personal experience. Losing anyone is not nice. It's a difficult thing, but yeah, absolutely. Uh, Definitely. I mean, like you said, they've definitely gone to a better place. Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I believe that, and I believe it's everything that I've spoke about in the song. I believe in myself, but it's taken me many years to get there from anger of why if there was a God, why would this happen, to the acceptance stage of, well, there's a bigger plan. There's bigger than this. I believe there's bigger out there than just us here. So, and I think that was important to get across into the song as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it's some very exciting exciting stuff there. We'll just put on here. Obviously, this is your Twitter handle, Mikki Evans _ so if people want to get in touch with Mikki, this is her Twitter. And her other social media is on her website as well. Instagram's on there. YouTube is also on there. TikTok. So yeah, absolutely, definitely, and it's some stuff which I'm sure for that reason this single is going to be very close to you because of that, like you said, on there. So releasing anybody watching this afterwards as well, and we will be sharing the clips and the audio version 21st of the 21st of April, Mikki Evans' new single coming out. Very exciting stuff.
I mean, it is available to pre-save now. So if anyone wanted to go and pre-order it, it is available on iTunes and Spotify now. But it is officially released on 21st, which has come down really fast.
Absolutely, it is, and we will mention it on the Woman Agenda. We are going to put a special video on that in the next day or so. you will see it on the Woman Agenda, talking about Mikki's new single coming out, and also, yeah, absolutely, that's a very, very exciting stuff, and I'm sure, like it says, it's going to do really well for you. This new single, obviously. A personal level and obviously on professional level, I'm sure this is going to be a very, very successful single for you, and I'm sure it's going to do really good in iTunes. iTunes is now, I guess, because there's not, I mean, there's really rarely anybody buying a single in music shop anymore, like HMV and all.
A lot of it is all digital now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, during my time, it was like you were going to HMV stores and other places, and you were buying a single at that times. And I used to buy singles as well from there. But now it's like they're all digital. So that's where you, I guess, weigh how well your single is doing on iTunes and these places, the charts. With the downloads and stuff. So your team, like you said, your team must be very, very strong where, your message is getting across and the audience and yourself, there's a connection where people are purchasing your music. And where's the feedback coming from? Is it coming from social media a lot, or?
Say that again, sorry, you glitched a little bit then. What did you say, sorry?
Sorry. What we're saying was, where's your main feedback coming from? Is it from social media, Twitter?
Yeah, mainly Instagram and Facebook, and TikTok. Actually, TikTok's getting quite. My TikTok account is growing now, so I'm getting quite a lot of following on there now as well, who are very interested in the music, which is amazing. So yeah, all the socials, all the socials.
And what was I mean, I guess sport is a crucial thing when you get into music as well. I guess. And so, what was the feedback like from your family when they realized you were going to country music and you wanted to pursue country music?
I think they all knew that that's what I wanted to do. I mean, I took a few years out. Probably about 10 years ago, I went and got a college degree, did beauty therapy and aesthetics and things. But it was never really what I wanted. I enjoyed it, but I wanted to do music. My dad was like, you need a backup plan, you need a backup plan. So I went and did that, but I always just wanted to sing. So as I was going back into music, I couldn't do my beauty therapy and music at the same time. So I gave beauty therapy altogether to pursue music full time. Then my dad was just a bit like, okay, just be careful, because it's not a traditional job. But he was very, very, he's my biggest supporter. My parents are like my biggest cheerleaders. So they are very, very supportive. So my dad actually came to my first actual gig, and he drove for hours, bless him. And he said, wow, this is what, you look great, you sound great, it's what you should be doing. I'm like, it's what I'm trying to do, Dad. So I think it was that point when he kind of knew it was very, very serious, and that I was taking it very seriously, and that this is what I'm going to do. So they are great. They are really, really great. I mean, at first they were a bit like, country music, that's different. But then again, because I've always liked Shania Twain and sang country around the house and stuff when I was younger, it wasn't really a massive shock. But no, they're great. They're really, really big supporters.
Yeah, I guess it's not it's kicking on in the UK, but I guess it's because it's not one a lot of people in the UK probably think of when you say, okay, I want to get into music. Then you say country music, and there are other, I guess, genres in music in the UK which a lot of people get into, whether that's dance or any other genres of music, pop, and I suppose those are the ones which a lot of artists were getting into. But yeah, I think that's changing now. It has been changing in the
Yeah,
last few years. It has been changing around.
I think so. Definitely. I mean, a lot of artists that aren't even country artists are tending to do a bit of country now as well. And the country sound is getting used, with pop artists, and I think it is definitely growing. Definitely, there's definitely a good country community in the UK that's growing.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely, it definitely is. And do you have any trouble when you are looking to booking venues for country music, or is the demand that big that there's no issues whatsoever?
No, there's no issues at all. I think venues accept country artists now. It's because it is getting really popular, and it's something a bit different as well, I think.
It is different, definitely different. And I was speaking this to country music artist Sarah as well, and definitely, and we were saying that as well, that it is different, and it is very, there's always like a meaning behind country music, like singles. Every song has a meaning, um, and it's not like songs are created just for people to uh, just have a good time. There's always like a meaning behind the song in country
Definitely,
music.
yeah. That's what I love about country music. It's all real and it all tells a story. It's just, even the most upbeat, silly songs in country are just, there's a story in there somewhere, and it's come from some story.
Yeah, absolutely. I do slightly apologize about that. I just had a slight glitch
I
there.
know,
So
it
if you
just glitched.
I mean, when I first listened to country music, that's what I could tell, that there were meaning behind every music, whether that's from Shania Twain or from any of the amazing artists. There was always a song. There was always a meaning inside the song. So absolutely, some exciting stuff happening with your new single coming out 21st. You can, guys, you can purchase it on. Will people be able to purchase it shortly on your website?
Yeah, there will be a link to that, yes. But also, it will be available anywhere on any music platform that they use. iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, everything. It will be available on, if they just type in Mikki Evans the Call, it'll come up, or there will be a link for it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely is something which you need to check it out. Do check it out. It is available on pre-order, and 21st is the official date. It will be released. You'll be able to purchase it on there. And if, like Mikki said, you can purchase it directly from Spotify and all of the good online places. And it is a lot of exciting stuff. So obviously, it's probably 24/7. Is it 24/7 now? Country music.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. So do you have a off day in the week where you would say, okay?
I seem to be just working all the time. I'm always working. There's always something to be doing. But I do love it, so it's fine. Obviously, I do absolutely love it. But I was on holiday. I went to Tenerife for a week last week. But
Wow.
even because I've got this
Great.
song coming out in the show, I was constantly plugging and promoting and
Yeah.
posting and doing videos and reels and editing videos the whole holiday. But it is good because it's fun, and it's something that is a long-term gain, and something that will help my um my shows and my songs. So it's absolutely worth it. But yeah, I don't really get much time off.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think music is something which, if you're doing it full time, then you have to do it 24/7, and you have to
Definitely.
like make those sacrifices, I guess, regarding.
Absolutely. I mean, I jumped
Yeah.
off the plane at 6 o'clock in the morning Friday, then I was straight into
Wow.
band rehearsal, then a gig Friday night, and then it's just non-stop. But I wouldn't change it for the world because I love it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, definitely. And so you said you are originally from Birmingham. So where are you based now?
Well, I'm actually from Staffordshire originally.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm from Staffordshire originally, but I actually live near Walsall now, which is north of Birmingham. Um,
Yeah.
this is kind of my base when I'm not traveling everywhere. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And what is the country music scene down in Warsaw? What is it like?
It's 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 definitely upcoming, and there's a couple of
Yeah.
country artists around this area, and I've met quite a few country fans that are from the area. So I think it's definitely on the up. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And like you said, very exciting stuff coming out. You've already achieved so much in those 3 years, and I'm sure this single is going to be a big success for you. And obviously, you can check out all the latest music. Mikki has a YouTube channel. This is a YouTube channel here on the youtube.com, Mikki Evans 7837. And her link is on her website as well, which is mickeyevans.co.uk. And you can go directly on to the YouTube channel and subscribe, and you can check out her latest music, which is great. And absolutely, you've got you're obviously in touch with obviously your social media. So is it the team which looks after your social media, or is it yourself, or?
It is myself. I do get a bit of help, but message responses they are from me. So and I am very good with my messages and DMs. So if people do message me, I do get back to them.
Oh,
So
that's
you
great.
will be you will be hearing. I mean, you may have like an automated message on Facebook. If just an automated, I'll get back to you soon. But the response will always be from me.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think I've got that as well. Where I put it on automated, so when somebody's sending a message, the automated message goes straight to them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're thinking so some of them are actually thinking it's a real message from me, and it's not,
yeah.
and they think it's a real message, and then they reply back straight away on the automated message. After once I've checked it, they've actually replied straight away back to
And then
it.
it goes straight back again.
I know. I know, but yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the one thing on there. So she's available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, on there, and you can check it out on the YouTube channel. So, what's the demand on doing music videos for the singles? Is there a demand for that?
Yeah, especially Get Gone.
Yeah.
Because people really, really liked that song. And I still get a lot of requests now saying, can we have a music video for Get Gone? Will there be a music video? And there will be. There will be. It is something that I will be working on soon. And for The Call, which is my new single, I'm working on a music video for that as well at the moment.
Exciting stuff on there, and I'm sure
Very.
you will be able, anyone following Mikki, which you can do on social handlers. This is a Twitter, Mikki Evans _, and obviously you can check her out on her YouTube channel, where her latest music videos and stuff will also be added on there. So yeah, absolutely, very very exciting stuff, Mikki, and definitely, I'm sure it's going to do really well. Your new single.
Thank
Uh,
you. Hopefully people like it.
no,
Get
I'm sure they will like it, because you seem to be on a really good role, obviously, on your music, and obviously the music you're doing, obviously, is meaningful. This is obviously a special single for you, personally, and I'm sure this will obviously connect to the audience on there.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, it will connect with people.
Definitely on there, and like I said, we will also mention it. We are going to have a special video on the new single coming up. Just as a reminder, that's coming up as well very shortly. And yeah, absolutely, it's a very exciting stuff on there. So this is just a reminder again. This is Mikki Evans' official website, which she is redeveloping, adding new stuff on there. So you will be able to see her schedule very soon. So she's coming. She probably will be coming to a city near you soon. On there, is there any cities where you haven't toured, you're looking to tour in the UK?
I'd like to do Manchester and London.
Yeah.
Because Manchester is quite big for country music. A lot of country music comes from Manchester, so I think Manchester is definitely next on the list. And again, London, possibly London. Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And to get these venues booked, do you have a team which sorts out the venues for you? And
yeah, I have a really good PR team and a great bunch of people behind me. I am an independent artist, so I do a lot of it myself. But like I said, I do work with a great team of people around me that do take on a lot of the work as well.
And what about this single? So is this single, obviously, have you written the whole single yourself?
So I co-wrote this song with a friend of mine called Gary Quinn.
Right.
So we wrote the call together.
Wow, great.
Yeah, so
that is great. And what about the music? Do you play any music yourself? Any instruments?
No, I used to play piano.
Right.
Along when I first started singing and music, I started playing piano. But I am learning guitar at the moment because I don't actually play guitar right now. But it is a skill that I am working on to hopefully play guitar.
Yeah, and guitar, I guess guitar does play a big role in country music, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you do see a guitar a lot in country music.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do have a great backing by a band as well. So my July show and at the festival this weekend, I'll be backed by my band, like guitar, drums, bass. And my guitarist is brilliant. I can just take him anywhere and he plays really well. But I think it just does help to probably have that myself to be able to do as well. So yeah, that's something I'm looking at doing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And is that something? Do you think is that something you're gonna self-taught, or you're gonna get some lessons?
A bit of both, really. Because I started like last year having a few lessons with people that I know that play guitar, and you can teach yourself, but I will get a few professional lessons as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, that's very exciting stuff. So all the music which you've released so far, these have been either written by yourself or been co-written?
They've all been co-written with Gary Quinn.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I work with Gary Quinn quite a lot on my music at the moment. He's an amazing songwriter, and we just work really well together. So yeah, so Get Gone, Rent Free, and The Call are all co-written with Gary.
Wow, that is great, guys. So do check it out. Do check out Mikki Evans' new single. Very exciting stuff. Very talented singer, and that's coming out on the 21st. And we will obviously put some so yeah, absolutely. But it's all you can already purchase it. It's all available on pre-order. So if you want to get on pre-order, it is available on pre-order as well. So yeah, absolutely. That is a very exciting stuff there, Mikki, on there. And I am obviously wishing you lots of success on this new single. I'm sure it's gonna do well And you've already achieved so much in those 3 years. So definitely, yeah, I'm sure you will achieve so much. Is there any plans to be touring Nashville or any USA?
I would love to go to Nashville, and it's something that I was going to plan for this year.
Yeah.
To go and do a couple of shows over there, try and get on a couple of gigs over there. But I'm running out of time with my headline
Yeah.
show and everything else happening. I'm still hoping to this year, but if not, then 100% next year. It's in the planning.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I guess when you do tour Nashville, if there's anyone, I'm sure there's a lot of people who know who you are, but if there's anyone who isn't, I'm sure you will catch their attention as well. Those when you do tour down Nashville, which is also called, I think, probably the country music home, probably.
It absolutely is. It's the place
Yeah.
to be, really.
Yeah.
It is the home of country music, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely, and it's been great to chat with you, Mikki. And like I said,
You too. Thank you.
yeah, and absolutely. So do check out the website. It's being updated. The links will be there where she'll be touring, and I'm sure she'll be touring near a city near you, mikkievans.co.uk. Do check it out. And this is her Twitter handler, twitter.com/Mikki Evans _ and she's available on Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere else. YouTube channel as well. And this is the YouTube channel. So do check it out. On the guys, and please do. I'm sure you guys will like the video because it's a great chat with Mikki, and I'm sure do follow us and do follow Mikki. And thank you very much, Mikki, for coming on. And
thank you for having me, Raj.
Thank you very much. And you will obviously, guys, if anybody hasn't seen this, we will be putting some clips of this on our social media pages, and obviously you'll be able to see it via Mikki's links as well very shortly. On there. And if you want to listen, and if you don't have time to watch it, you will be able to listen to it. We will put it on the audio version, audio podcast as well, everywhere. Spotify, it'll be available everywhere. You'll be able to listen to it as well as the womanagendapodcast.com website as well. Thank you, Mikki, on there. And
thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.